IOC calls for Russian and Belarusian athletes to be banned. Competitors excluded from World Athletics events. World Athletics bans Russian and Belarusian athletes from competing. World Rugby and International Ice Hockey Federation Council both suspend Russia and Belarus. Russian President Vladimir Putin has been stripped of his honorary Taekwondo black belt by World Taekwondo. The International Olympic Committee has asked all sports to ban Russian and Belarusian athletes and teams from international competitions. The IOC said it made the decision in order to protect the integrity of global sports competitions and for the safety of all the participants. Recommended. 1/3. Winter Paralympics. Full Ukraine team set to travel and compete in China, despite invasion by Russia. Read more. Recommended by. The body also urged federations to ensure that no athlete or sports official from Russia or Belarus would be allowed to take part under the name of Russia or FIFA and UEFA suspend Russia until further notice. How pressure built on FIFA, UEFA to ban Russia. Boycotts, bans. The statement from the IOC comes shortly before the Winter Paralympics, which starts in Beijing on Friday. Russian or Belarusian nationals, be it as individuals or teams, should be accepted only as neutral athletes or neutral teams. No national symbols, colors, flags or anthems should be displayed, the statement added. The IOC also said it had taken the ad hoc decision to withdraw the Olympic order from all persons who currently have an important function in the government of the Russian Federation, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. It said it made the decision based on the exceptional circumstances of the situation and considering the extremely grave violation of the Olympic truce and other violations of the Olympic Charter by the Russian government in the past. World Athletics excludes Russian, Belarusian athletes. The World Athletics Council has announced that athletes from Russia and Belarus will be excluded from all World Athletics Series events for the foreseeable. Those events include Mark's World Indoor Athletics Championships in Belgrade and then the World Athletics Championships in Oregon in July. The Russian Athletics Federation has been suspended since 2015 over serious doping offenses, and World Athletics said it would consider whether to ban the Belarusian Federation at a meeting of its council next week. Russian athletes have been able to compete as authorized neutral athletes, ANAs, but athletes who received ANA status for 2022 will be excluded with immediate. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe said, "The world is horrified by what Russia has done, aided and abetted by Belarus. Anyone who knows me will understand that imposing sanctions on athletes because of the actions of their government goes against the grain. I have railed against the practice of politicians targeting athletes in sport to make political points when other sectors continue about their business. This is different as governments, business and other international organizations have imposed sanctions and measures against Russia across all sectors. Sport is to step up and join these efforts to end this war and restore peace. We cannot and should not sit this one out. Formula One allow Russian drivers to race under neutral flag." FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem said in a statement on Tuesday, "The FIA is watching the developments in Ukraine with sadness and shock, and I hope for a swift and peaceful resolution to the present situation. We condemn the Russian invasion of Ukraine and our thoughts are with all those suffering as a result of the events in Ukraine. Russian, Belarusian drivers, individual competitors and officials to participate in international, zone competitions only in their neutral capacity and under FIA flag, subject to specific commitment and adherence to the FIA's principles of peace and political neutrality." Motorsport UK have banned all Russian and Belarusian teams and drivers from racing in the UK. Putin stripped of honorary Taekwondo black belt. Russian President Putin has been stripped of his honorary Taekwondo black belt by World Taekwondo. Citing its motto of peace is more precious than triumph, the body condemned the Russian invasion of Ukraine, saying the brutal attacks on innocent lives violated the sport's values of respect and tolerance. In this regard, World Taekwondo has decided to withdraw the honorary 9th Dan black belt conferred to Mr. Vladimir Putin in November 2013, the governing body said in a statement. It added that it would join the IOC in banning the Russian flag and anthem at its events. The decision comes after the International Judo Federation said on Sunday it would suspend Putin's status as honorary president and ambassador in light of the ongoing war conflict in Ukraine. BOA. We stand united with Ukraine. The British Olympic Association, together with the National Olympic Committee, NOC, of Germany, demands the immediate exclusion of Russia and Belarus from the international sports family until further notice. We call on the international sports federations to ban athletes representing Russia and Belarus from competitions for the time being and to suspend Russian and Belarusian officials from their positions. We stand united with the people, athletes and the Olympic family of Ukraine, following this unacceptable and unwarranted declaration of war against them. Home nations hockey boards call for peace. The boards of Great Britain Hockey, England Hockey, Scottish Hockey and Hockey Wales fully support the European Hockey Federation's decision to exclude Russian and Belarusian athletes and officials from participating in events for the foreseeable future. We additionally support the International Hockey Federation, FIH's decision to exclude the Russian team from the upcoming Hockey Women's Junior World Cup and fully expect that decision to extend to other FIH events. For clarity, we will not compete against Russian or Belarusian national teams under any other. The governing bodies of our home nations unequivocally condemn the invasion of Ukraine and add our collective voice to global calls for peace. We also extend our full compassion and sympathy to those inside Ukraine and everyone who continues to be affected further afield. World Rugby suspends Russia and Belarus. In line with the IOC's recommendations, World Rugby has banned Russia and Belarus from all international rugby and cross-border club rugby activities until further notice. It has also suspended Rugby Union of Russia's membership. World Rugby reiterates its condemnation of Russia's aggressive invasion of Ukraine and the facilitation of this action by Belarus, a statement read. The global rugby family is united in standing in solidarity with everyone affected by these deeply disturbing events and joins the global community in calling for the restoration of peace. The decision has been taken with the interests of rugby's values of solidarity, integrity and respect at heart. World Rugby also remains in contact with colleagues at the Ukraine Rugby Federation and has pledged its full support to the rugby community in the country. Rugby League also suspends Russia from playing. In a joint statement, the boards of International Rugby League and European Rugby League said they had barred Russian involvement until further notice. The statement read, IRL and URL unequivocally condemn the Russian government's unprovoked attack on Ukraine. In line with the recommendation issued by the International Olympic Committee, Russia is henceforth barred from participating in any international rugby league competition until further notice. While the brunt of the Russian state's indefensible actions are being borne by innocent Ukrainian civilians, both organizations also recognize the difficult position for the many Russian citizens who do not support the war. Ice hockey ban for Russia and Belarusian teams. The International Ice Hockey Federation Council has suspended all Russian and Belarusian national and club teams from IIHF competitions until further notice and has stripped Russia of the right to host the 2023 World Junior Championships. The IIHF is not a political entity and cannot influence the decisions being taken over the war in Ukraine, said IIHF President Luke Tardif. We nevertheless have a duty of care to all of our members and participants and must therefore do all we can to ensure that we are able to operate our events in a safe environment for all teams taking part in the IIHF World Championship program. We were incredibly shocked to see the images that have come out of Ukraine, added Tardif. I have been in close contact with members of the Ice Hockey Federation of Ukraine and we hope for all Ukrainians that this conflict can be resolved in a peaceful way and without the need for further violence. Who else has prevented Russia from competing? The badminton governing body, BWF, has banned Russian teams and individuals from competing in international events from March 8. 2 Russian para-athletes are competing at an event in Spain this weekend and have already arrived, so will be allowed to compete as neutral athletes. In swimming, FINA, the sport's governing body, has removed all competitions scheduled to be hosted in Russia, although will allow neutral athletes to compete. Like with the BWF, no reference to the flag, Russia's colors or national anthem would be permitted.